After some serious technical difficulties, here we are, finally, the 50,000 subscribers Killbot&GorGorAttack live stream. All right, let's let things go for a little bit. I am just gonna hold this up right here. See that? 50,000 subscribers, folks. We did it. And you all did it. You all helped me get there after all these years. Thank you so much. Now, does it say Alamance Schools? Okay, well. So, I apologize for the tardiness of this stream because I was going to use the cell phone and or the iPad to do the actual stream with. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the YouTube app would not let me do a public stream. They would only let me do unlisted for whatever reason. Fundamental basics of an app that don't work, but fortunately I have the laptop camera. Doesn't look quite as good, but hey, obviously it's getting the job done because we're all here, aren't we? So, the sun can be in my eyes, I can drink the dew. The guy at the church across the street can bug the crap out of me, asking me what I'm doing, as he did a few minutes ago. And I can read your lovely comments right here on my cellular device that I shoot Killbot videos with. By the way, I shot a couple in the past few days, back to back, so it's been real nice. I hope everybody enjoyed my last couple of videos. They have been a great return to form. For those who missed it, Killbot CD collection and things I don't miss about vinyl are the names of these two videos. So go check them out. Let's read some comments, shall we? Hello, sup Tony, how you doing? Juan Franco, Mix Sponge, Dungeon Fuck, Funny Blade, Anmol Amos. I'm just gonna list off some names because I like people. Blazes Epic Sideburns, congrats on 50K, my dude. Sisters of Suffocation shirt, thank you. The band themselves sent that to me because Emily likes my channel and she's a very nice person. You know, there's a metal YouTuber that hates obituary. Well, what's their name? Wish I could say, but too busy. I'll smoke one up for you from Seth Putnam's Ghost. Why, thank you, good dude. Thank you for stopping in anyway. Why are we in front of a school? Well, the reason we are in front of a school is because my home does not have internet. I know, the year 2021, and there are still houses without internet. Fortunately, the school has some pretty decent Wi-Fi, and I've been using this to upload videos for years, believe it or not. You know, at night, after everybody has gone home and nobody can suspect that somebody who talks about necrophilia sometimes in his videos is uploading, well, here I am. I just park my truck, get out my laptop, and upload. Suffocation is from my area. What is Sisters of Suffocation? From Wolf. Well, Sisters of Suffocation is a Dutch band. They graduated from Metal Factory. So they're pretty skilled in their instruments and everything that they do. Very great band. They have a new album coming out. It was crowdfunded, which I contributed to. Hopefully they send me some guitar picks. I didn't pay for these picks, but I sent them some of my own, so maybe an act of kindness. Oh, the sky's really blue where you live. Yeah, it was really dark a few minutes ago because it, like, you know, it was raining for a little bit. Man, I gotta get the sun out of my eyes. Okay, we're gonna have Killbot at an angle. You know those Dutch angles in movies? Well, here we go. Battlefield Earth, Killbot edition. I'm also drinking Mountain Dew right now. That's good. Let's see. Tony115 says, you're fucking awesome. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Well, I was supposed to add that. Yep, there we go. Charcoal, there we go. Warrior of Metal says, hey, Killbot, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good, man. Hanging out, doing my thing. Let's see, here's somebody else driving up, wondering what's going on. They don't realize that happenings of the metal are going on. You know what? I don't really like that angle very much, so we're going to turn this back. And I guess the sun's going to have to be in my eyes. Shame I didn't bring my cheap sunglasses. What time is it for you? Veronica Edge asked me. It is now 6 o'clock. Actually, no, it's about 6:25. So, Afghani Bird Coalition asks, hey dude, how long have you been letting your hair grow? I've been growing it out since I was about 14. I am 25 now. You know, a lot of older people will say, oh, I wish I was young and could still grow my hair out. Well, it's never too late, folks. They got medicines now. Funny Blade says, I saw your CD video and never knew you liked Carlin. Oh, he's my favorite comedian of all time. Absolutely. I can quote Carlin all day long. Him, Bill Hicks, Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Rodney Dangerfield, Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Doug Stanhope. Really big fan of all those guys. So let's see. He said my name. Thank you. Awesome, dude. Honda Killer says, what's your favorite band? Well, my favorite band of all time is possibly Ministry, but honorable mentions, of course. We got Bolt Thrower, Autopsy, Gwar, Ghoul, Nine Inch Nails, The Ramones, Typo Negative, Exorder, Caius. Just so many great bands I've been listening to for all these years. And I wouldn't want to be in a world where any of them are missing. You know what I mean? Vapor Dream says, do a collab with Jimmy from the Block. Him and I talk on Instagram from time to time. I would love to do a video with him at some point. Maybe he can hit me up on some video ideas. You know, I haven't done a collab in a while. I think the last one I did was with Heavy Metal Entertainment, which might have been the Ministry skit video that I'd done years ago. Crank some hella weights for that church across away. Thank you, dude. Sir Spiral asks if I'm about to bomb a school. No, I'm not. Motley Crue 2021 forever. Oh, wait, what? Croyby asks if I'm going to post new Metalhead Box videos. Maybe at some point. I do think they're a fantastic service and great people. Melissa and I still talk from time to time because she's wonderful. Absolute wonder, and quite nice to look at for someone her age, I might say. But I know she's watching this right now saying, you asshole! But yeah, they're great people. Maybe at some point I'll do something again. Maybe it'll be a one-off. It'll just depend on how busy I get and if they're willing to work with me again. You know, we never left on bad terms or anything. I got really burnt out on life in general before the pandemic even hit. So y'all might have noticed I've started uploading little by little again. And, you know, I think the important takeaway here is that people deal with things in their own different ways. You know, between COVID and all sorts of other stuff happening. Oh, we got a super chat from Behemoth. I lied 630. Thank you, dude. Thank you for that moolah. Do you like Behemoth? If yes, what's your favorite song? Well, I was recently at a friend of mine's house where she had some Behemoth albums that I could rip to my computer, and I did that. The Apostate, I Love You at Your Darkness. I Loved You at Your Darkest. The Satanist, great albums and a great live band. As far as individual songs, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I Loved You at Your Darkest was a really good album. So, very nice. Let's see. What else? Angel Washington asks, have I listened to the new Exodus single? No, I have not, and I guess I'll have to do that. I didn't know there was a new single out. I did hear the new Ministry single. It's a Stooges cover for the song Search and Destroy, which probably fits more for a Lard album than a Ministry album, but hey, they did a pretty good job modernizing it. The original beats it, though, always, and they know it. You just can't beat Iggy Pop. Are we a mess without my little China girl? Oh, I got a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Who did it? Let's see. Doom Machine. Yeah, buddy. Any concerts or festivals planned? I'm seeing Soulfly tonight in Colorado and seeing Full Terror Assault in 2 weeks with the gnarly Exodus. Well, I did just see The Obsessed in Raleigh about a week ago, and I'm getting ready to upload a video on that in a couple days. Especially now that Wino lost his mind and spouted conspiracy theories on Facebook. That's going to be interesting. Of course, I talk about these conspiracy theories and why it's a good idea to wear masks when you go to shows. It's going to be interesting to see the comments from that because there are going to be a lot of butthurt people. Well, yeah, conspiracy this, conspiracy that, vaccine this. Hey, you're allowed to have your own opinion. I just don't have to respect your opinion. But the other side of that question, I am actually seeing Deicide on the 29th in Spartanburg, South Carolina. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be the last day of the tour, so maybe the merch will be priced slightly less, like it was last time when I saw Deicide back in Durham a couple of years ago. For those who have not seen that video, it is called Scenes of a Metal Show, and it's one of my favorite videos I've done. All right, who else? XX Death Angel 86 asks, what's my opinion on David Ellefson being fired from Megadeth? Obviously, we know what happened. He was doing some on video camera and it got leaked. Personally, though, since the chick was supposedly 18 years old when this, over 18 years old when this happened, I think what happened was he was already not getting along with Mustaine, and Mustaine was looking for a reason to fire him anyway, and I guess this was a perfect opportunity. Hey, now Mustaine can get a bigger piece of the pie. The Megadeth pie, that is. More money in his pocket. I mean, after all, it's Dave's band anyway. It sucks, but hey, as long as they're of age, I don't care. You know, once they're underage, though, that's where I have a problem. So hopefully he's not actually doing any of that as it's being rumored, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll have to be shown some evidence. Do I listen to doom metal? If so, what's your favorite bands? From Pixie Ghoul. Oh yes, I love doom metal. Pentagram is really awesome. Excellent live band too. Who else? I listen to a lot of doom metal bands. Grief, My Dying Bride, Candlemass. Really, really good stuff. Absolutely. Ricardo Casu asks, how does it feel to have 50,000 subscribers? It feels really good. Feels really good. You know, back in early 2016 was when I decided to start doing this seriously. And I was really excited when I uploaded that Dystopia VHS transfer and it got 1,000 views in a couple of hours. I couldn't believe it. And now it's like I can get 1,000 views in maybe an hour. You know, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Now it's like I can get more than 1,000 views in just a couple of hours. So it's really nice to see how things have progressed. You know, I've progressed as a video maker. I've met some really cool people. One of them I met in person recently when I went to Ohio. Okay, somebody passing by. And it's helped me evolve as a person too, because, you know, all of a sudden, a lot of people wanted to talk to me and be my friend and everything once I started doing YouTube. So, you know, it was really nice. And I'm really good at meeting people, talking to people. So it's really good. Okay, quick aside for a quick joke. What does a stripper do with her asshole before she goes to work? Anyone? She drops them off at band practice. I'll drink to that, baby. Do you want to touch? Yeah. Oh, we got another super chat. Who's this? Elliot Chapman. 5 pounds. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Congrats on the subs. Fully deserved. Anyway, have you ever heard anything by Spectral Wound? If you haven't, highly recommend it. Well, I have not heard anything by them, but maybe you can give me a good direction as to where to go. Because since you paid me, I will listen to it. Sometimes people want me to listen to their albums, and it's like, okay, I'd like to do that, but I've got so much on my plate right now that it's just like, okay, I got to prioritize. Do I listen to this Ramones album, or do I listen to this demo that, you know, I don't even know anything about? NLG 720 asks my thoughts on Red Fang. They're the band that did that funny music video where it was about spending the entire music video budget, wasn't it? That was funny. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, some newer comments. Oh, another super chat from Sig Slaughter. $5. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, dude, I've watched you since barely over 1,000 subs. Haven't commented in a while, but I love your channel and your humor. Stay awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, I love the lovely people, don't you? Kyle Hall asks if I'm into any EBM, electro, or aggro-tech music like Suicide Commando, Velvet Acid Christ, Wumpscut. Actually, I've been trying to find a copy of Wumpscut's Music for a Slaughtering Tribe because there's like a million different versions of it, and the one that I want is the 2005 version by Metropolis. And I just haven't committed to buying it yet, so... Velvet Acid Christ I do love, though. I think I did a video on them a few years ago for the Mosh Pit and the Pendulum videos that I did. So if you would like to watch that review, you're welcome to it. If not, that's okay, because those videos are a little boring, to be honest with you. You know, everybody wants me to review every little thing that comes out, and to me it's just like, you know, reviews, they're easy to make, but they're boring to watch. You know, if I find it boring or uninteresting, I'm just... you know, it's not really worth my investment. Let's see. Wolf is seeing Deicide on August 27th. That's awesome. Tell me how that goes. Mondo138 says, can't stay long, but love your videos. Why, thank you. Thank you for dropping in anyway. Ace Cannon says, don't hate me for this, Tony, but I don't care about Deicide. Come on, the first two albums especially are some of the best death metal albums ever made. You might not care about anything afterwards, but hey, they're two of the best-selling death metal albums of all time for good reason. So maybe give them another chance. Very intense music. Okay, maybe more modern comments. I wish Opeth would tour the United States from Dark. Yeah, I'd love that. Wouldn't we all love it? But they play a lot of festivals like Carolina Rebellion. That's one. A friend of mine got to see them many times at Carolina Rebellion over the past few years. Gian Pyres asks if I own Al Jorgensen's book. Yes, I do. It's a little bitter, and I have a feeling that a lot of it was ghostwritten, but I guess it's entertaining for what it is. Honestly, though, if you're going to get a ministry book, get the one that came out by Melodic Virtue in late 2019. It's really good. It's a picture book. And believe it or not, yours truly contributed something to the book. That ministry, Jesus Built My Hot Rod motor oil can that sits on my CD tower, I sent that to Melodic Virtue, and they said that they wanted to use it for the book. So that made it onto one of the pages. So, proud moment. I may be selling off some of my stuff, but that thing is never going for sale now. It's mine forever, baby. Let's see. Any more super chats? No, not lately. That's okay. As long as the laptop doesn't get too hot, we're good. Oliver Elgsetter, I'm sorry, I'm messing up your name, man. Hey, from Norway. What do you think about The Sun No Longer Rises song by Immortal? Oh, it's a fantastic song. Anything Immortal does is really good. Actually, my favorite Immortal song is probably Perfect Vision of the Rising Northland. It just... like, the way it's structured, the way it builds, and then the end with that final release with the keyboards. It just comes in so strong. You know, I love it. I actually have a list of topics here, but I'm doing pretty good here. Oh, got another super chat. Hell yeah. Denisha Freeman. Oh, hell yeah. I've been watching since 2016. Love your humor. Why, thank you. And I love your occasional chats on Instagram. Believe it or not, sometimes I chat with these people often enough that I remember who they are. Now look at my hair swinging like this. I look like John Tardy from Obituary. You know what? Take this tripod, which is what I was going to use for my cell phone to do this live stream, but obviously that did not happen. So what we're going to do, we're going to close this up, and I'm going to do my John Tardy impression. Oh, we got another super chat from Music and More AJ. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Absolutely. Thank you. Keep them coming, baby. Anyway, we got my John Tardy impression. Speaking of which, this is the microphone that I've been using lately. It is the Tacstar SGC 600. And this is in an effort to try to streamline and make it a little easier to edit my videos. Because I used to have to record the audio separate from my video to get a good audio quality, and eventually that got a little aggravating, so this has helped a little bit. Oh, we got another super chat. Hell yeah. Frodo F12, greetings from Texas. Do you have any interest in reading Rob Halford's book? Love your videos. I would love to read that book. I would also like to read KK Downing's book, as both of those books have been on my Amazon wish list for a while. I just haven't gotten around to reading it. And actually, Dio's book that just came out, I'd like to read that too. The most recent metal book I've gotten is a book called Rotting Ways to Misery. It's on Finnish death metal, and it has been published by Decibel Magazine, or Decibel Books, so whatever you want to call it. So, you know, anything by Decibel is basically a stamp of quality for me, you know, because Choosing Death and all sorts of other stuff, you know, Choosing Death helped lead my way into metal, like deeper into the really good stuff and not just the surface level stuff that the old people know. Oh, Circle of Tones here! Hot damn! How you doing, Owen? Now, let me tell you something about Circle of Tone. This guy has sent me a couple of unlisted videos once or twice, like the day before they were supposed to be public. And it's an honor, really. He does a good job with his guitar tones. Okay, so what do we do? Very attentive Gingy says, very brave of you to do that in public, dude. Well, nobody's around. You know, I can sit here, I can probably just get a boombox and have my own little mosh pit and nobody would notice. Actually, if anything, funny story. So, Joan Jett, I was in a used CD store pretty recently, and she has that album Bad Reputation, which I bought because, you know, it's Joan Jett. I don't have a lot of Joan Jett, so bought it. And most of the songs on there, I'm sure they were cool when they came out, but, you know, not so much now. But the good songs on there, they're really good. Anyway, there's a song on there, Do You Want to Touch Me, Baby? You know, you know, you crank it up real loud, and it is a slammer. So I was just randomly clicking on my music the other night, and I clicked on that song, and eventually, you know, the more it went along, the louder it got, and I just grabbed this because it was, you know, this was folded up like this. I grabbed this, did the fucking Angus Young duck walk while I was in my room, listening. You know what I mean? Seriously, go listen to that. It's fun. I've been singing it all day. Video chat with my girlfriend earlier today was singing that most of the time. Alrighty. More comments. HK, Killbot, how do you catch picks and set lists from the stage when you're quite smaller from the other guys? Well, I guess you just got to make sure you get to the front row. Otherwise, you know, you just got to have a long reach. You know, like being able to jump. Whoop! I've been able to catch quite a few things with that little jump. Whoop! Set lists and all that mess. Of course, there's going to be competition, but, you know, sometimes you can also ask the guitar player if he's got any guitar picks he can hand you. Or guitar tech. You know, sometimes they're nice enough, they'll give them out like candy. Speaking of which, I have my own guitar picks still available if anybody would like to purchase one. Just hit me up on social media. They're about $5, including shipping, anywhere in the world. Got my own custom guitar picks, and at some point I'm going to have more made. I thought of a new funny design concept last night in my walk, actually. So, do I like Coil from Nivek Nomad 08? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Abe says, nice Sisters of Suffocation shirt. Yes, thank you. Ashton R asked me, what's my favorite hair band? I guess Van Halen, if you consider them a hair metal band. Other than that, Whitesnake's pretty good. Extreme is pretty good if you consider them a hair metal band. Sometimes they're considered funk metal. I don't know. I'm not too picky about genres. I know a lot of people are, but let's see. Denisha Freeman, as a short ass, the front is logical. I got lucky when I saw a Bath and Obituary. Got picks from both. Very cool. Aspen asked me, what's my favorite grindcore band? Well, Terrorizer's World Downfall is in my top 3 favorite albums of all time, so I could say that. I could also say Napalm Death. I think they're both pretty neck and neck. Attentive Gingy says, any smaller bands you want to recommend? You introduced me to Ghoul and Dungeon Bastards. It's become one of my favorite albums. Thank you. Smaller bands. If you're okay with drum programming, a friend of mine, her fiance is in a band called Bloodbane. They are death metal from Cleveland, Ohio. So go give that a listen. It's got some pretty powerful vocals, and it's pretty good riffing. It's kind of tight. Cecia Flores says, do you like horror movies, and what's your favorite one? Evil Dead 2, second favorite movie of all time. Big horror movie fan. Actually, the one that I'm going to watch tonight is going to be one called Man Bites Dog. It is a French mockumentary horror movie kind of about a serial killer, like as he's going around killing people. It's kind of messed up. The Ultimate Body Melt asked me, Two Megatherion or Morbid Tales? Which one do I prefer? Megatherion, because it's more of a proper album, I think, but also just the production is really good. Okay, somebody just pulled up. Bajeli Standilla. Sorry, I messed up your name, man. Congratulations on 50,000. Stay metal, stay bonded by blood. Thank you very much. Got somebody over there. Not sure what they're stopping for, but maybe they want to join in. Let's see. Vice Rice Mice asks if I like the Sex Pistols. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Bought one of those albums pretty recently, actually. Wolf says Evil Dead sucks, but fantastic. Man, how can you not like Evil Dead? It's influenced so many horror movies and so many bands. I understand it's a little cheesy, but they're fun movies, you know? A lot of movies now, they just take things too seriously. Let's see. What else? What else? BuddyCat2224 says, congrats on 50,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, my man. Now let's see if we can get some more recent comments. Just a Pair of Legs says, hey man, I love your content and inspired me to make videos. That warms my heart, my friend. That warms my heart. Oh, we got another super chat. Another one from Frodo F12. Do you plan on making more music in the future? Undeceived and 3 Bolts Left are pretty sick. Actually, yeah, I've got a couple song ideas brewing around in my head. I want to do something tribal. Also want to take a couple pop elements and blend them into metal. You know, like repeated vocal lines, etc. Maybe some tribal drums while I'm at it. And maybe some weird sound effects as I'm closing out the song. Now, let's see. That person is leaving, so let me walk over here. Man, it's weird. The sun, wasn't expecting it to be this bright this evening. Christian Botha says, are you going to European festivals next year? Nope, never been to Europe. Wouldn't mind going at some point. Actually, to tell you the truth, after being to like 1 or 2 festivals, I prefer one-off shows by individual bands rather than festivals, because the thing is, festivals, they can be fun, but I find that most of the day I'm just walking around waiting for the bands I want to hear instead of just, you know... Anyway, I feel pretty spent by the end of the day. Like, Summer Slaughter 2016, it was nice, but 10 bands by the end of it. Like, you shouldn't feel tired watching Cannibal Corpse. You know what I mean? HK asks if I'm planning to go to Maryland Death Fest 2022. It looks like an awesome lineup, but I don't think it's going to happen. In fact, I'm a little hesitant to buy tickets to any concert now because no one knows what the future holds. They're already canceling and rescheduling tours that were booked earlier this year, so who knows? I wouldn't really be surprised if Deicide got canceled, which hopefully it doesn't happen. It's close to the end, but you know, Alice Cooper's going on tour, Gary Newman's going on tour, Guar's going on tour, Kralefeld's going on tour. I'd love to see all those bands, but you know, the Delta variant's getting pretty bad. Do you like Infest or Spaz? Yes, I do like Spaz. Nivek Nomad. Let's see. W. Borm asked my thoughts on the Deathgasm movie. I actually think it's kind of boring. I know a lot of people like it, but it's just not really my thing. And I tried to get into it, but maybe the sequel will be better. Okay, now we can talk about some of these topics. Let's see. So here's a story about the CD shelf that I got before my current CD tower, which you have seen in my Killbot CD collection video. I got one of these tall gunmetal wire shelves. You know, those ones that you assemble like in different pieces. Anyway, got one of those shelves, and it's a pretty tall shelf, but it's also one of those shelves that you have to mount to the wall. It's so tall. And my appeal for it was, you know, I thought, okay, well, it'll be easy to set up, it'll be easy to move around, and it should be able to fit all my stuff. You know, since I have over 650 CDs, you know, I need that space. Well, you know, I was kind of testing out where I was going to put the shelves on this thing because, you know, you can adjust the shelves with the little plastic pieces. And I had most of my collection up there as I was, you know, doing the shelves, trying to figure out where everything was going to go. And I started running out of room. So 500 of my albums on there. And I sit back on the couch, take a little break, and I look at it. And I'm trying to visualize what shelves I'm going to move and where. After a few minutes of this, unprompted, the thing falls over on me with most of my albums on it. So about 50 cases break. I get a pretty nasty bruise on my arm that lasts about 2 weeks. And needless to say, that thing went back to Amazon the next day. It took 2 hours to clean that mess. I was so heartbroken. Fortunately, none of the albums got destroyed, and most of the cases weren't irreparably damaged, so I did say, okay, the next shelf I buy, it's got to be sturdy. Oh, we got another super chat, $4.99 from Venom Vapor 69X666. New subscriber here, but been watching since the Young Metalhead Problems video. I like everything from Hair, Thrash, Death, Black Rock, 22-year-old Metalhead here. Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you for the donation, and thank you for watching. Glad to have you as a subscriber. You know, I do tend to have some pretty nice subscribers, so that is a nice thing about my viewer bases. You know, for the most part, it's not really toxic, you know, like some others. You know what I mean? Let's see. Serene Pierre says that's why you had a box full of cases in your last video. Or how right you are. And funny, while we're on the subject, remember that video I did a few months ago about the Danzig CD case and how to replace cracked CD cases? Well, it was clearly done as a joke. Okay, if anybody had a hard time understanding, it was a joke. Okay, I wouldn't actually go to Walmart and spend $5 on a crappy pop album just to replace a CD case. That's stupid. Like, who does that? Nobody does that. But I figured, okay, well, I can make some ad revenue off of it. So, hey, let's have some fun with it. Let's make a funny video. So, I did it. I ran it over. I threw it in a swimming pool. I buried it. And I think I roasted marshmallows in it. So, it's, yeah, that's the case sometimes. I'll do these jokes, and sometimes they go over people's heads for whatever reason. You know, y'all gotta stop taking things so seriously. You know, sometimes I'll do these videos and it's like, oh, cringe, cringy, autism, blah, blah, blah. Which, no, I do not have autism. Stop asking, please. No, it's called Let's Have Fun and Let's Enjoy Ourselves. You know, some people want to do these videos that sound like this, like they're reading a transcript every time, and it's monotone and blah, 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 all serious like an instruction manual. That is very boring. Tony115 says, in this generation, people get offended so easily. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Sniper2209 asks, where am I now? I'm parked in front of a school. Yeah, I'm parked in front of a school because the school has pretty good Wi-Fi and my home has no Wi-Fi. So, believe it or not, this is where I've been uploading my videos for the past several years. So, okay, any other things? What have I been listening to lately? Well, what have I been listening to lately? Been listening to some Nightwish. I ripped all the CDs. And even though I don't know the lyrics yet because I just started listening to them, I can sing along with the lyrics. Beautiful stuff, absolutely. Of course, Floor Jansen's a pretty good vocalist. Maybe next they can bring her cousin in the band, Ceiling. All right, we got a bunch of messages right here. Let's see. Okay, we got a lot of spam going on right here. I think I'm going to have to do something about that. NyQuil95 asked if I like SpongeBob. Well, I grew up with it, but of course after the movie came out, I was a little too old for it, so I stopped watching it. So, what else is going on? Any other comments? Let's see if there are any other comments that are not getting bum rushed by spam. Any at all. Well, I'm having a hard time seeing them, so. Amish Soda asks, favorite song from a band I hate? Oh, man, that's a good one. Bad Medicine by Bon Jovi. That's one. What else? Outlaw Torn by Metallica. Oh, we've got another super chat. 10 Canadian dollars from Zypher. Damn, you might beat me in hair length. Awesome. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. What else? Let's see if I can delete some of these spam bots. Because they're not kill bots. They're not cool. Lenny asks, what's my favorite black metal band? Probably Darkthrone. I also have a deep love and respect for Bathory, of course. Okay, let's see. Anything else going on? So many spammers. Yeah, so many spammers, and there's... I'm having a hard time deleting them. Hold up. Hide user on this channel. Okay, now it's starting to work. Good. Okay. There we go. I'm going to get you little suckers. I do have to do this from time to time if people are being overly cruel. You know, definitely welcome constructive criticism, but sometimes people just want to be jerks for no reason. You know, you don't have to watch it. So, what else? Okay, here we go. Answer some questions. Code Red or Classic Green? Classic Green all the way. I also really like Baja Blast. That's really good. And that Major Melon Mountain Dew is really good too, believe it or not. And I shouldn't like it, but I do. You know, based on the stuff that I'm into. Sick falsetto, Killbot. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Lego Darth Vader says you overhate on Metallica. Dude, they don't need somebody worshiping them every second of the day. They already have millions of other people. In my case, I got a whole bunch of other stuff that's better that I can listen to. You know, really, those first few albums were not that great. You know, I don't know what it is about, you know. Christian both asked me, what do you think about the Helmet Edition on the tour with Ministry? For those who didn't know, KMFDM was supposed to be touring with Ministry, but because of travel restrictions, KMFDM had to be dropped from the tour. So they got Helmet to replace them. And I like Helmet, but see, the current lineup of Helmet is not Helmet. There's only one original member. Also, I think in general they stopped being good after Betty, so... I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Helmet at some point. It's just, you know what you're getting into. Kenny Sanchez asks, melodic death metal or symphonic? Well, they're both pretty good. What's this? Heavy Metal Crone gave $5. Thank you. thank you very much. Very awesome of you. Says, good job. Hell yeah. Deuce Miserature asked me what are my opinions on the recent Iron Maiden singles, and I think they're pretty good. New Iron Maiden, to me, doesn't really drive me as crazy as the old stuff, but hey, the fact that they're still making technical, progressive, awesome music at their age brings a smile to my face, because a lot of bands get lazy. They give up. They rest. They don't try as hard the more successful they get. Not Maiden. Nope. They still try, and they still do their best. Freaky Fletch Jr. asked if I listen to funeral doom metal. Yes, I do. A band called Asunder. They are really good. Dino Semes, the drummer for Dystopia, played drums in Asunder, and that's how I got into them. So, Jacob S. asked if I will sell my Carcinogen vinyl. Maybe at some point. Maybe if Tank Crimes puts it out on CD, but, you know, I'm not selling that record until it's repressed on CD. Yeah, that's the reason I have half of my records, is because, you know, there are no CD presses for those. So, and then, of course, there's AC/DC's Back in Black, which you got to have a copy of Back in Black somewhere. Okay, so let's see. What else? Wolf says, don't use Spotify, but Bathory just put up a remastered version of their debut album on there. Somebody told me that recently, like they put the original mixes on Spotify or something. Cool. They put it on Spotify. Now they need to put it on CD. You know, and they need to do it for the first 3 albums. Like, after Under the Sign of the Black Mark, the remasters don't really matter that much for the most part, except for Twilight of the Gods and, you know, maybe Blood on Ice. But, you know, it's the first 3 that got really affected by the remasters. Because you got to remember, those Bathory albums didn't come out on CD until the early 90s. CD was such a new format. So when they put them out on CD, that's when they remastered them for the first time. And from what I understand, when they remastered them, they either lost or damaged or taped over the original master tapes, which I'm not sure how true any of that is, but original mixes for the Bathory albums all the way. Battery Ram asks, how can I decide on a specific idea for a band? I constantly have ideas for bands, but I can't keep one idea in my head because I'm constantly into different things. Why not have it all? Write down your ideas and do like a nice blend of, you know, all your things. All the things you want to do. Because here's the thing. All the best bands are influenced by different stuff. You know, like the Doors. You know, all the members of the Doors, you know, there was rock and roll, there was jazz, there was fusion, you know, there was beach music. There was all sorts of different influences going on there. Let's see. What's the battery like on this? It is now 7:03. I want to continue doing this till about 7:20. Let's see, because we're about 43 minutes in. I don't want to go longer than an hour because that's a little too much. Now, is that another super chat I see? Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Yes, it is. Zypher just gave me another $2. Thank you, man. Laughing my ass off. Gold Goat album covers on Spotify. You know what? I gotta go listen to that. I might do that when I get home. Since I've gotten so much music from McKay's and from that friend of mine ripping albums at her place, I added like 3 days of music onto my laptop, at least. So I've been slowly chipping away at all that stuff, and it's taken a long time to finally get through it. But I'm finally down to the last couple albums, and it feels great, you know, making sure that the rips went well and that everything sounds good. You know, sometimes you rip CDs and then they skip for unexplained reasons. Maybe the disk drive is failing. Yeah. Jay Morris, the review guy. You've been such a big inspiration to my channel throughout the years. I really respect your grind and approach, and I thank you for getting me through some crappy moments through the years. Man, y'all are making me cry. Thank you. It's good to know that people get joy and comfort from the videos of the metal. You know what I mean? I mean, you gotta think about the metal YouTube thing. It's it's been winding down lately. You know, a lot of the big ones, they're not uploading as much. Chris left Jayhaw Films. Some of them stopped uploading altogether. Some of them are too busy with life. And in my case, for a while, I was in a different state away from my equipment, so I wasn't really able to work on things the way they, should be worked on for good quality. You know, I could upload, straight videos from the cell phone, but you gotta do extra work to make sure that the quality's good. And then, of course, COVID, depression, isolation, going stir crazy, all that stuff. It, like I said earlier in the stream, it affects people in different ways. So, you got to think of that. Oh, we got another super chat from Francisek Mullersik. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name, man. Greetings from the depths of Eastern Europe. Have you heard about black metal supergroup called Mysthicon? If so, what do you think? I have not heard them. What should I listen to? I may do that tonight. Dark asks, wait, Chris left? Yeah, Chris left Jayhaw Films. Now he's got his own channel, Thrash TV. And he's got a couple other projects he's got going on too. But meanwhile, Carpezzo went back to Jayhaw Films. So, if you're more of a fan of the old school Jayhaw Films, which I like all eras, they're really funny guys. So, The Amazing says, congrats on 50K subs, dude. Thank you. Mephistopheles says, you're literally the only tolerable metal YouTube channel, in my opinion. Why, thank you. Well, there's some good channels out there besides me. I do things my way, and everybody else has their way of doing it. The way I do things, I like to be recreational. Some people like to box themselves in. And I say grow and evolve. There are some new videos that are coming out. I shot a couple back-to-back the other day, and I'm going to space them out appropriately. One of them I actually mostly finished today. And just before I left to do this stream, I did a last-minute edition as a voiceover. And this one is on the Obsessed show. This video is going to be called my first show since before COVID hit. So, I feel like a lot of you are going to be in that same boat, so it'll be relatable for you. YCSM Doffley, as an aspiring guitarist, are there any tips on how to improve your onstage confidence? Think of it as a live rehearsal, basically. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and just don't look people in the eye. Just kind of look out into the crowd like as a sea of, I don't know, spaghetti or something. Just throwing that off the top of my head. I had spaghetti yesterday, so I still want some. James Waskett asks, have you dealt with people judging you about the music you listen to? And if so, how did you overcome it? I would like some advice. Maybe in my younger years, because I lived in the Bible Belt, the Christian right. A lot of people were like, oh, well, nobody in the population listens to that shit. Oh, hang banging shit. I like country music. Blah, blah, blah. I like to go hunting. And, oh, you got long hair. You need to cut your fucking hair. Of course, where I lived, everybody was stuck in 1970, I guess. And eventually, the way my personality is, I really like to fuck with people. So it was one of those things where, oh, if you don't like it, oh, check this out then. You got to egg them on and fuck with them a little, Eventually you stop thinking about it. Well, they only have power when you give them power. Eventually you got to ask, who's they? You got to live for you. Because if it's not one thing, it's going to be another. You could be into rap music and people are going to judge you for that. You could be into jazz, people will judge you for that. At least with metal empowers you to be yourself. It really does. I was an individual before I got into metal, but I was totally aware as an individual once I got into metal because there's so many different kinds. The whole genre is about individuality. So, and we got another super chat from Frodo F12. Have some beer money. Have a good night. Grind on. I don't drink, but it'll go towards Mountain Dew. Thank you very much, dude. This guy's been contributing all night long. Woohoo! So, funny thing happened. when I did that CD collection video a couple days ago, I accidentally revealed an in-joke that a couple people have asked me about. When I was going through the Anthrax section, I mentioned, oh yeah, they're a bunch of idiots, but they make great music, and then I moved on. Well, I said it, and I didn't realize that I said it. See, Anthrax are a bunch of idiots. That's a private joke between me and like 3 other people. See, somebody I know was in a band with Dan Nelson for a while, and I'm not gonna say who, and I'm not gonna say what band, but they had a pretty nasty falling out, and the final verdict I heard was everything Anthrax ever said about him, they were right. Not that I want to defend Anthrax too much because they're a bunch of idiots, but they were right about him. Anyway, the way he said it, it was funny as hell. So basically, that quote, Anthrax are a bunch of idiots, was etched into my brain forever. And now whenever I see an Anthrax album, like if I'm scrolling through a CD shop and I'm looking through records, I see an Anthrax album and I'm like, oh yeah, they're a bunch of idiots, but that album's pretty cool. So it's just really funny, you know what I mean? Okay, somebody drove by and they're taking pictures of me in front of the school. So I don't know what's going on over here. I guess they're calling the administrative services or whatever's going on, and they're welcome to do that because I'm getting ready to leave in a few minutes, but whatever. Bunch of jerks. Let's see. Jay Morris, a review guy, says, have you heard at all the massive lineup Blue Ridge Rock Fest happening in Virginia this September? There's dozens of fantastic classic heavy metal bands. Can't wait for that. I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of the festival circuit because I just, there's so much going on lately with everybody trying to book tours and canceling tours in the meantime. So it's a lot of shows are getting lost in the shuffle. I was actually surprised when as many people showed up for the Obsess as they did. Fuck YouTube says, here's a burning question. Has your left eye suffered diminished eyesight from being permanently obscured by your hair? No, actually. It's never really been a problem. HK, Slaughter to Prevail. Do you dig them? I saw them live once. Summer Slaughter 2016, I believe. Very cool. Serene Pierre says they're hunting for Sasquatch. They probably are. Ha ha. Anyway. Well, I guess I kind of want to end this in the next few minutes because it's getting a little late and I kind of want to cook a pizza. So, what if cats sent nudes? Interesting question. What if cats sent nudes? They'd be like, hey, I'm not neutered. You know, this'll satisfy you. I want to get some of your spray. Hey, I may be neutered, but I can still get the job done. Like to get my paws on those ears. Know what I mean? Anyway. It'll be a furry business. Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. Then the cats can have their version of OnlyFans until October 1st. Only paws or only whiskers or something. I don't know. Let's see. What else is going on? Says it's in front of a school. Well, nobody's here. Nobody's here. I'm not bothering a soul. People have mentioned this, and I am not bothering a soul. So, anyway. What if the entire universe was just a test sitting on a petri dish in some dude's shoebox who forgot about us? From Keegan. Well, it'd be a hell of a science experiment, I'll tell you that much, because America, you get a front row seat of some nonsense. Shazazzle asks, my biggest fear are wasps. Hate wasps with a passion. Snakes I'm fine with as long as I can see them. Spiders I'm fine with as long as I can stay away from the webs. Wasps, on the other hand, they're jerks for no reason. Hate them with a passion. You can't sit outside and enjoy yourself. They're always wanting to sting somebody. Okay. Thoughts on bees from Pixie Ghoul? Well, they're important for the environment. They pollinate the plants. They're fun. And they won't sting you for no reason. Most of the time. O'Leary Piper says, good call on the Motley Crue Karabi album. Still the best Crue album, in my opinion. Yeah, it is a really good album. You know, I listened to it expecting not to like it, and I ended up really liking it. You see, the thing about Motley Crue for me is most of their albums, there are only like 2 or 3 songs on there that I really like on Girls, 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 Dr. Feelgood, Fear of Pain. There's usually only 2 or 3 songs that I like, and then the rest of it I can take or leave. The Karabi album, it was consistently enjoyable all the way through. The drum sound is awesome. The guitar work is the best they ever did. And Karabi can actually sing.
He doesn't sound like this, you see? He doesn't skip every other word when he plays live. He's got a voice yet.
You know what I mean? Seriously, did y'all see that video that came out a couple months ago where Vince Neil like gave up halfway through his live show because he was like, my voice is shot. See y'all later. Meanwhile, Nikki Sixx was probably sitting at home thinking, uh-oh, we're in trouble. We got that tour coming up. All he had to do was take some vocal lessons, do what he was supposed to do, and maybe he could have gotten his voice passable. Oh, got another super chat from A-Man1998. Thank you, dude. $5. Don't know your thoughts on Kung Fu movies, but I highly recommend Riki-Oh, The Story of Ricky. You want an absolutely violent film? Riki-Oh is for you. I like Enter the Dragon quite a bit. Jackie Chan is the one I grew up with as far as martial arts stuff. Let's see, is that done? Since they've been harassing me all night, may as well be friendly. Okay. Iron Bar says, do you like Children of Bodom? Yes, I do. I heard the first 2 albums pretty recently, and they were fun. Yeah, those little keyboards. The keyboards, it was like on the first album, I think, the synth sound reminds me of the soundtrack for Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo. That dun 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 dun, you know, in the intro. Okay, great. Now I want to play Super Nintendo. Well, been talking about video games a lot lately. Crud. Okay, what else is going on? Well, we are about 57 minutes in, so I guess give it another minute or so, and then we can close this stream. I have enjoyed being around all of you, but it is almost time to leave. So, what else can we talk about? Death Angel 86 asks, what are my favorite types of sneakers? Basically, I like Vans quite a bit. I know they're skater shoes, and I don't really skate, but they're really comfy. I like the way I can just slip them on and take them off. You know what I mean? Keegan asks if I'm religious in any way. I don't really subscribe to religion, but I do not deny the possibility that there could be a higher power. So, you know, got to keep an open mind. You know, I think religion tends to bring out the worst in people on a wide level. Because you substitute individual thought with groupthink, and that isn't really for the greater good. You know, I worry more about the good of the community and the good of my fellow man. You know. Lenny asks if I listen to Woods of Ypres. Yes, I do. Thank you, Glenn Fricker, for talking about Woods of Ypres often. Mr. David Gold. Let's see. Topic idea. What is the strongest between a hippo and an elephant in a fight? I gotta say an elephant because, like, a hippo is pretty strong, but an elephant, you know, all it's gotta do is, like, turn around, go on its hind legs, and just kick the hippo quite a lot. Problems there. Barlow asks, what will you put on your pizza? Hot sauce, Tabasco, habanero sauce. And if I have it, some Dave's Insanity sauce. Okay, 59 minutes. So, thank you all very much for joining me on this 50,000 subscriber edition of Killbot and Gor Gor Attack's metal live stream. Thank you very much. You all rule. Now, here's to 100,000. Let the metal flow and grind on. And now, here we go.